Okay, that looks better. Welcome. This is the Sober Stream. I can see there's a few people watching, which is great. This is my first go at this. So if there are technical issues, then bear with me. I'm just trying things out as they happen. If you are a Twitch, someone who's got a Twitch account, then you can use the chat. It will pop up. I will be able to see it. And I just need to turn the level of the gain down in my headphones, because that is definitely too loud. Hopefully that's just turned the gain down and not me, which is good. But hopefully I'm audible to everybody as well. Yeah, so this is called the Sober Stream because I'm looking for a way to broadcast some of the things that are going through my head, because I'm somebody who's in recovery, because I've had a few problems with alcoholism over the last, well, forever probably, if I actually think about it, ever since I started drinking. But I'm now 5 months sober, which is really, really interesting because I managed to sort of stick with it for that long. If you want to find out more, there's a video on my YouTube channel which you can get to through the page here, yeah, it will help you understand a little bit more. The purpose of this stream is to create an inventory, because one of the steps in recovery is to think about the things that you've done that have affected you and other people, and to actually think about how those things need to be sort of like addressed, looked at, and then you move on from there. So I'm going to get into the game because I think it's going to be easier for me to talk whilst playing. I'm obviously playing Genshin Impact, as well as talking about recovery. I feel like this is not a new idea. I think there are other people doing this, and I just feel like playing the game whilst talking will actually help me to focus that a little bit more. Right, who have we got in my party here? Ayaka, Shenhe, Zhongli, Raiden. If you're familiar with this game, you'll realise straight away that with those characters in my party, I'm a bit of a whale. I enjoy this game a lot. I've spent a bit of money on it, but because I'm sober, that doesn't matter, because I've got extra money now, because of the fact that I do not drink anymore. I was spending an enormous amount of money on alcohol, and the money that I've saved on that, I've not put it all into this game because that would be ridiculous. I would have spent thousands on this game if I put all the money that I'd spent on drinking into this. So obviously I've not done that. I've just had a little bit of extra money in my pocket, so I've been able to spend it on something that I enjoy, and this has given me hours of enjoyment. Too many hours, definitely. I'm not even going to look at the PlayStation log. Oh, I need to turn that off. Yeah, there's like a beta test on the PlayStation 5 now, where it's got like an Alexa sort of thing on it. Anyway, basically the idea is that I will do my dailies on here for Genshin whilst talking about recovery. And then these videos will get logged and go onto my YouTube channel afterwards. So it's my inventory of the things that I've been through before I got to the point where I needed to change my life and actually give up alcohol completely. I'm looking at these dailies. These are good today. So these are all fighting ones pretty much. No actual story dailies today, which is good, which means it won't take particularly long. I scheduled the stream for about an hour. I don't think that it's going to be that long. If you are here watching at the moment, thank you for being here and listening to me. If you are not able to be here, but you are watching this later on my YouTube channel, that's absolutely fine as well. But yeah, it's a log of me addressing the complications that came with drinking alcohol over the years, and if the stream becomes successful, then hopefully it'll be a place for other people to talk about their issues with addiction or them going through recovery as well. Right, so I'm just getting used to talking and playing at the same time here. Let's get into some of these dailies. Let's have a look. So we've got Plug and Play Plan, Dangerous Hall, Crackling Crisis, and Calling Down Thunder. Dangerous Hall, I'll definitely have Ganyu in my party for that because it will be done in no time. Let's do Plug and Play Plan and stick with this party to start with. I was being quite conscientious and putting people in my party that I wasn't level 10 friends with, but I think now that I'm streaming to other people, it's more interesting to see some of the damage numbers and the characters that I've got here. If you are somebody that does not know this game, it's just very cool. I just like the artwork is amazing. This is Ayaka. The artwork's just incredible. It's a beautiful environment and it's really fun. Let's try this first one. This is called Plug and Play. Oh, nice numbers. Yeah, not too hard. Talking whilst playing, got something I've got to get used to there, although actually we can just talk in between. So the party is great because I've got Shenhe, who boosts the damage of Ayaka. When I've got the shield on, Zhongli boosts the damage as well, and Raiden Shogun obviously boosts damage as well of the elemental burst. But I didn't really do any elemental burst there. I will make sure I endeavour to do that on the next thing. Right, let's have a look. We'll do Dangerous Hall in a minute. Let's do Crackling Crisis. Where are we at? A bit of travel as well. So I wanted to keep a log of the things that I've done over the years that caused me to go into recovery and to give up alcohol completely and to seek help. And actually this time last year was when I needed to go and seek help. And it's one of those things, it's like Easter, you get 4-day weekend, everybody's about, but if you are an alcoholic or not realizing you're an alcoholic, it becomes a bit of a pain in the bum Easter, because everybody's in the pub over the weekends, because people tend to drink more when it's like a holiday. And I drink anyway, or did drink anyway, and it's annoying times like Easter, Christmas, because there are people in the pub that you just think, what are you doing here? You're in my way. You're at the bar. I'm trying to get a drink here, and there's a bunch of people on the table that I want to sit on. But last year was lockdown, so we weren't in the pub this time last year, and my wife and I had lots of people over to the house on various days over the 4-day Easter weekend. And each of those days I drank too much, and it starts off with nice conversation, a bit of friendly chat, a bit of the alcohol sort of greasing the conversation, making it easier to talk. And then what I didn't realise at the time, but have come to realise over the last year of therapy and help and thinking about my own recovery, is that my brain goes from enjoying the conversation and having a few drinks to help that conversation to just being all about drink, and it's just drink after drink after drink, and I start to worry that there isn't enough drinking. And it's ridiculous where some people that I'm sitting with are having 1 or 2 drinks just to sort of enjoy themselves. I'm worried about how many drinks there are in the fridge. I'm worried about whether there's going to be enough left. I'm worried about whether somebody else is going to drink one of my beers, and then I won't have as many as I thought I did. But I don't want to be horrible about it, so I'm going to offer people beer. I'm going to say, yeah, right, you're a friend of mine, yeah, have one of my beers. But I'm secretly thinking that's another one that I haven't got to drink later, because I'll still be drinking later when everybody else has stopped and everybody else is having a bit of dinner. Is that sensible? No, it's absolutely insane. And insanity is the thing that I've come to realise quite a lot over this last year as well. If you join me each day, you'll hear more about the insanity, the thought processes, the justification behind drinking. It's like mental gymnastics. I was like jumping through hoops, trying to justify whether it was okay to have a drink or not. And it was always yes. I was always, yes, it's okay to have a drink. It's all right to have more than one. I just need it because, it made the conversation easier. Give me a bit of confidence. I can talk to that person more easily. Yeah. Right, let's try this. Zhongli Shield. Raiden Shogun. Let's do a bit more Raiden. Drop this. No crit. That is a problem with my Raiden Shogun. Big numbers now. Oof. Hey, oh, that was big. 27,000 for one of those. Yeah, it's too much. Disgusting numbers. Thank you, Shenhe. Hey man, thanks for the comment. Yeah, I'm proud of the 5 months as well, because we're close to 6 months now. The 10th is 6 months, which is great. And I think the question you're asking, so do do find able to concentrate more on things like gaming since giving up drinking? Yeah, I think so. I think for the first few months, gaming was a real help because it gave me something to think about, to actually to do with my time, because a lot of drinking was down to boredom, and boredom is like really selfish. Boredom is the epitome of being selfish, because you should be doing something with your time, or I should be doing something with my time. And it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be something like gaming. As long as you're committed to that moment in time, it's absolutely fine to do whatever you want with it, as long as you're happy doing it. So something like gaming, it kept me really occupied. And actually something like FIFA, which is another game that I like to play, you can't play that when you're drunk. Like, you definitely can't. And that was always disappointing when I was drinking. I wandered into something here. So hold that thought. Yeah, because so something like FIFA, you need to be on your game all the time, and drinking never really allowed me to play that to a high standard, because you can't play it. It's like that's why you don't drive drunk, because your reactions are terrible. You can't do it, and yeah, it's a really odd feeling. And the concentration on gaming is always something that I've done and enjoyed, but it means that I'm sort of taking stock of the things that I liked before. Drawing is something that I really like doing, something I felt that I was never good at. But since giving up drinking, I've devoted more time to it, and actually all right. And if perhaps people stick with the stream, I'll show you some of those things on here. It's just a nice bit of content. Also, you'll notice the voice over on this game is in Japanese. Doesn't have to be, but I'm with a few of my friends, Tomodachi to. I'm learning Japanese, and we're doing okay with it. We're doing okay, and that gives me time to devote to that, as well as obviously just not drinking and being sober is great, but actually giving that time over to something else, creative, constructive, is so much better. And this is kind of the next step with that as well. So yeah, thanks for the comment, man. I really appreciate that. Okay, right, let's go back to this. I think I was talking about sort of last Easter as well, and I'd get to a point where I wasn't making sense. Oh, let's change the party for this one. Where I just wasn't making sense at all. You know, I'd drink that much where and it's just pathetic, really. And it was pathetic because I just didn't have any control over what was happening. And it meant arguments with my wife. It meant my friends, I'm sure, going away from our home thinking, why did he do that? And sort of taking ownership for that now, rather than, I mean, at the time, when somebody tries to tell you that this is what's happening, you know, I was belligerent, I was stubborn, I was angry. How dare you say that to me? Ego's hurting, you know, it's that kind of feeling that I'm now pushing past because I am in recovery. Right, let's see how quickly we can do this slime balloon. Ganyu is a beast, and with Shenhe, she becomes even more of a beast. It means I don't have to chase after the slime balloon as well, so just fire at it, and because she's bow user, The other guy's not even used the bow yet. Shield boost. Boom. Nice and easy. And done. Yeah, so 10 primo gems for that. I didn't even get attacked once. The balloon didn't even get to a point where I was being attacked, which I kind of like it. I like the game being easy because I'm not a very good game player, so I like to make it easy for myself. That's why I've spent money on it. Get nice weapons, get nice characters, make it easy. Do I have more appetite for food now, or about the same as before? I'm assuming you're looking at me and going, that guy looks like he needs to eat some food. He is very, very thin, dangerously so. Yeah, actually, I have got more of an appetite for food. There's more of an enjoyment for it. Food has always been just a bit like fuel for me. I tend not to put too much stock in it. Let's change the fight. Put too much stock in it. I never really enjoyed it, never really saw the point. That became worse when I was drinking. So turning 18, let's say 18, definitely wasn't. It was much earlier than that. But let's say 18 here in the UK. I didn't put any value in food. I just felt like it got in the way. And actually, look how cool Hu Tao is. What a character. Not great in the new meta, but she is still amazing as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so I have got more of an appetite for it, enjoy it more, and there are little things that I miss, because actually, if you can drink normally, having a glass of wine with a nice meal is actually something very, very valuable, but I can't do that because just having one, it sets off all the triggers. I think I talked about that in the sort of explanatory video. Let's do these guys over. I love this game. It's just, I mean, if this is the first time you are seeing this game, it's just so varied. I just love how varied it is. Like, I completely changed my party and I have to play in an entirely different way. It's great. It really is great. There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of people that hate this game, so it's not worth it. You've got to spend money to make it good. I mean, you can, a couple of these. Zhang Ling, she's a free-to-play character. You can get her. Hu Tao and Kazuha aren't fair. But Xingqiu, you'd definitely be able to get him if you're free to play, and he's one of the best characters in the game. Okay, right, let's see how we're doing. I think I've only got one more to do. Another fighting one. Let's have a look. What other parties have I got set up here? That's my ride and boost party. Ganyu. Let's do a bit of Albedo, shall we? I'm going to take out Ganyu though and put in Qing because she's awesome. Let's take out Shenhe and put in Yula. Yup. So, it would help if I actually changed it. So after I've done dailies, I'll use my resin. I'm grinding for Zhao artifacts, the new Zhao artifacts from the new version of the game 2.6. I haven't got anywhere near what I need yet. Let's walk there. To make him good, but because my current artifact set on him is Gladiator and why can't I remember the names? It's all gone out of my head. Viridescent Venom, so two piece, and actually I've got some good crit damage and things like that on him, so he's actually alright. So it's difficult to replace those, but I know when I do get a good set, 4-piece set for that new one, he will be great. I'm interested in seeing how much his damage goes up actually. Right, let's have a fight with these guys. I'll show you Albedo, because they brought out new artifacts for him, and he does silly damage now as well. And obviously, I know Micah Chin doesn't do much damage, but she's so cool. Boom. That is the problem with Eula. You basically wipe everybody out before that explosion goes off. Has playing this improved your Japanese? Fueled your desire to learn more to understand what they're saying? Yes. This is great because if you listen to Eula, will she say it? When I dash, she has a little sound bite. What's that? Hayaku. Yeah, so she says Hayaku, and obviously it makes sense that Hayaku is kind of like quickly or quick in Japanese, and that was something that I learned from this game, as well as spending time with my friends and actually thinking about it. 21,000 there. That really supplements the Ching. Nice. Right. Yeah, so basically, I mean, I play everything I can in Japanese now because I spend so much time playing games that actually it's totally worthwhile. Oh, this isn't really the best party. Let's do it anyway. So these guys are buffed because of that thing that I just killed that Zhongli. 17,000 just... And that is down to the weapon. Right, let's see if we can get this goal. Bang. Yeah, cool. Right, that is daily's done. Yeah, so with the time spent in recovery, doing the Japanese, playing the games, it's actually really helped that aspect of things. So I'll play as much as I can in Japanese now, just to pick up little sound bites and things like that. And that just, I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't focusing on being sober. So it's really important. Right, let's go and collect. So if you haven't seen this game before, what you do is you do your dailies, then you go and collect from Catherine here. And also I've got these as well, so this is send people out on missions. Lots of games have this mechanic. I think the first game I saw this in was Phantom Pain, maybe, Metal Gear Solid 5. And this just sort of, I mean, if you aren't doing this every day, then you are missing out on a whole load of resources that are very useful. Nice. Thank you very much. Right. Let's have a look. Have I got condensed? 3. Okay, so let's do 5 condensed today. Yeah, so as I said, I'm doing this Zhao domain, and it's quite a good. I think it would be a hard domain if I didn't have all of these badass characters. So I'm going to go back to this one because this is my strongest team. And I'll do the domain. So running domains, basically you get artifacts, you boost the artifacts, you give them to your character. So if I show you, for example, I run Blizzard Strayer on Ayaka. These are all plus 20 on here. I mean, these could be so much better. Look, I mean, 30 energy recharge, only 7.8 crit damage. I mean, it could be so much better, but she still does an insane amount of damage, enough for it to work properly. So that's cryo damage with a bit of crit rate and crit damage on it. That's quite a good one. Attack with energy recharge, crit damage, and crit rate. Did roll HP, which is annoying. That's a nice artifact. 9.1 energy recharge, 31 crit damage, 3.9 crit rate. Another nice one, crit damage 17.9. Could do with some crit rate on there, but the EM is quite good as well. So Ayaka, I got a crit rate 61, crit damage 204, and obviously I do have the weapon as well, which is really, really important for me because it makes the game nice and easy, and that is what I like. Let me just think. So the idea is that each day that I stream and do my dailies, I'll talk about an incident like last year, Easter, how I sort of then got into recovery after that. But there are some, I mean, if you stick with this stream, I mean, there are some seriously weird situations that I got into from drinking so much. Some horrible situations that I will address over coming days and weeks. I will prioritise these things about as to how I'm feeling on the day. But it's one of those things. It's a hard thing to talk about, but I've done a lot of the talking with someone already so far. I've done a lot of the talking with, you know, a therapist, specialist alcohol and addiction therapist. So I've talked through a lot of these stories previously, taking stock, taking inventory, because part of the recovery program, the 12 steps, really is to make an inventory of all the things that you've done that are reasons why you should have quit drinking a long time ago. So these streams each day will then go onto my YouTube channel, and that will then document that, and it's sort of like an open inventory that other people can see into me again as my chef. So I'm not going to stream for much longer. I'm going to use my resin, and because this is the first go, thank you for sticking with it, those of you that have watched from the start. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I think I've talked mostly about what I wanted to talk about today, which was that sort of first moment, that realization that I needed to get help. I mean, loads of people realized it way before that, of course, but I was blind to it because I didn't want to give up drinking. I wanted to do everything I could to keep drinking. I haven't done much of this chasm stuff yet. Been away, you see, been in Lisbon, and I wanted to do everything I could to not have to stop drinking, and it just took ages to realise that the only way was to completely stop, because otherwise I was never going to get over it. Right, recommended elements: Pyro, Electro, Geo, and Animo. I'm going Cryo, Electro, Geo. And because of the characters, this works fine. So let's do it. See how fast I can do it. I'm going to go 5 runs in here. See what artifacts I can get. And see how long it takes me each go. Now, I think I've got this down to about 40 seconds. But it's always longer first time. Yeah, this is a long one. Nice numbers on Ayaka. Thank you very much. We've got 48. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, that will look very chaotic to those of you that don't know this game very well. Right, condense. Let's see what we can get. Oh, one for the Xiao set. Oh, it's not too bad. EM, that's nice. But I don't have Ayato, so that is a useless set. Right, let's continue. Same thing again. See if we can get it a bit faster. Actual Genshin streamers, like proper Genshin streamers, can do these domains so quickly without any thought. I mean, I think this is quick, but it's not that quick at all. Yeah, not bad numbers. Nice. 43, 5 seconds better off. Let's see what we get this time. Oh, nice. Juicy doubles. No, it's trash. Healing bonus? No. Absolutely not. So, I'm hoping those of you that have come here because you want to see what I was saying have enjoyed the Genshin Impact play, and I'm hoping those of you that may have come here for the Genshin Impact play have maybe realised it's not just about gaming, which is good. Oh, good numbers, nice. Beautiful. Shenhe getting the last hit. One, oh yeah, of course. Because I dilly-dallied at the beginning a little bit. Let's see what we get this time. Come on, double Xiao. I'm looking for a crit damage mask. Feather, no, that is absolute rubbish. I mean, it's a high roll on the crit damage, which is good, but that defense stat is not cool. Right, how many? I didn't even look. How many is that? 3? Said I do 5. I do love Raiden Shogun, she is awesome. Oh no, this is never a really good one. Oh, that didn't work. We're done, but yeah, that didn't work at all. That is why I am no pro Genshin streamer, because that just RNG went wrong there completely. Come on, give me that crit damage mask. No. What have we got here? Healing bonus. Disgusting. HP. Oh my word, that is the worst artifact I've ever seen. Awful. Right, one more. Zhongli.
裁きの雷。踊りなさい。
Yeah, because I had to use it twice and not where I wanted to be. That's all. This is very.
一両に従え。桜吹雪。ここより弱滅の時。
Nice. Still done though. 48 seconds. I thought that was going to be terrible. Actually, that was quite good. Right, last one. Oh, 2 masks. Look at that. That is awesome. Sorry, I missed this on the chat earlier. Have you taken up any other hobbies, dedicated more time to dormant hobbies over the past 6 months? Yeah, I talked a little bit about the drawing that's come in, something that I do quite a lot now. And I really enjoy that. I want to go back to music. The name Von Jergo obviously comes from the band that we used to be in. And actually, yeah, it'd be great to go back to that and do much more with that. But just finding the time to do it. And that's not boredom or being selfish. That's actually, 9 to 5. I say 9 to 5. I don't have a 9 to 5 job. I've got a job that takes up many more hours than that. But yeah, you know what I mean. Right, let's have a look at these. Crit rate. That is like my 4th crit rate. Circlet of Logos. No crit damage yet. Defense. Well, this is another day without a crit damage circlet. Right, leave. I'm going to store the last 80 resin for tomorrow. Just because I don't like being without condensed resin overnight. I don't know why that is. That is just a weird OCD thing. Oh, last 2 of those. I need to go and collect some crystal flies. We'll do that before we go. Okay, right. So we are winding down. I sort of predicted about an hour, 5 till 6. I'm going to try and do this every day for the next week. And see how it goes. Yeah, and just talk about recovery. And thank you for those that contributed in the chat. That's a massive help because it means that it keeps conversation going a little bit. Now I've obviously got things that I want to talk about. Being sober, being healthy, being happy. Look at this guy with the gift. And actually that is the most important thing here, but also want this to be quite fun, and hopefully if I can get it to point where I'm sort of confident with it over the next week or so, then we might keep it going longer than that, but we'll see, one step at a time. Right, let's just go and collect some crystal flies. How long has it been since I've been to Dawn Winery? Let's go there now. 1. Windwheel asters. It was a simpler time when I needed to collect windwheel asters. This game just got bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm one of the small group of people that I think has been playing it since very near the beginning. I wasn't quite a day one adopter, but I 100% got suckered into it by adverts popping up on my Instagram and on my Facebook. Now that is some seriously good algorithm work, isn't it? Because they've basically gone, you like anime, look at this. Do you have a PlayStation? Yes you do. You can play it on there. You can also play it on your mobile. no Android support for controller though, so I don't play on mobile. It's really annoying. I find that really odd that there's no Android controller support. iOS, if you've enjoyed looking at this game and you have... Oh look, Wallbeard with the comment, thank you. Do you have any other hobbies? Do you play any musical instruments? Yeah, I did touch on that briefly, I think, just before you joined, Wallbeard. The name Von Jergo is from a band that I was in, so I can play guitar. Not well, but I can play it enough to tell people off when they're playing it wrong. And then I can sing, but not well. But enough to be the lead singer in the band. It was more dancing around with confidence. Yeah, that sort of got me to that point. But that was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed doing that. I was pretty much always drunk though when I did that. It'd be interesting to see if I could do that sober. Like completely sober. I reckon I could. There's a difference now to coming up to 14 years ago we did that. Come back here. 14 years ago we started that. Did it for 3-4 years. A bit longer than that on and off. Yeah, that was a really, really enjoyable time. A lot of fun. If you've never been in a band before, be in a band. It's a lot of fun. Okay, right, we are winding down. Yeah, thanks, Wallbeard. I do appreciate that. It's just the time. It's just finding the time to commit to it. When we were doing it, I definitely gave it my all. We were gigging a lot, practicing a lot. Whereas I'm old and very tired now after a day's work, and actually that causes some problems. Right, I'm hoping that the stream is all right. I'm hoping that it was actually functioning. You could hear me, and that the kind of point of it came across. That is the idea in this when you start something new, that the point of it comes across. I think it did, based on some of the comments in the chat. Thank you again to those of you that commented in the chat. There's another crystal fly. Can I be bothered to climb up there and get it? Should really get that mushroom as well. I'll take that as a definitely you should get that crystal fly. Boom. Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be predominantly Genshin that I play because I have to do things every day to keep it going, service game and all. But I mean, I'm playing lots of things at the moment. Cyberpunk 2077 has really come into its own. PS5 version is good. I'm really, really enjoying it. Horizon at Forbidden West is just beautiful. If you've watched my video on my YouTube, you'll see that Aloy is on my front page. The photo mode on that is just amazing. And that is an enjoyable thing to be doing. I'd be able to do that if I was drunk, take nice photos on games. Yeah, I can stream Cyberpunk. I will do that, perhaps not now, just because it's been 49 minutes. Perhaps, yeah, later in the week, after I've done a bit of Genshin. I need to crack back on with doing some of these things. This is new, I need to get into this. I need to do this. This is like a photograph thing. I haven't even done the test run for Ayato yet. I have been away, to be fair. But I need to catch that back up. But I probably won't do those on stream. I'll do dailies on stream because I want to be able to just talk, and those things would involve the story mode, and I want to listen to the story and enjoy it. So that is a slightly different thing. Anyway, I think that'll do for today. I need to see if this is saved in my Twitch, and I'll go and put it on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it if you've been here for the whole stream. And I hope you like this game, because I don't like to use the word addicted very often, because that is a big problem for me. But I am addicted to this game. It is incredibly good. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful it is. Dragon Spine there. Riding Shogun A, just standing there. Just amazing, amazing. Right, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. See you tomorrow, hopefully, around the same time, live at 5. There's football on a Saturday, isn't there? Might do 4. See, no, maybe live at 5 is probably still good enough. Maybe just do a short one. Don't even know what game it is at 5:30 tomorrow. I'll have to see. Anyway, thanks, guys.